If you can judge a book by its cover, what if that cover has a big old booty on it? Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, longtime comic book fan. I've been reading and collecting comics for 30 years, and I've seen my fair share of eye-catching comic book covers. Let's count down the top 10 most gratuitous butts on a comic book cover. Number 10 is Spider-Man and the Black Cat, The Evil That Men Do. Number 2. This is from Marvel Comics in 2002. The cover art is by Rachel and Terry Dodson. So on the cover we see Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, rendered in the inimitable Dodson style. And as you can see, the main focal point of this cover is obviously Black Cat's face, but if you were to wander into any other areas of the art, you will surely be confronted with the most fascinating part of it. This is a great cover that features a very sexy black cat, expertly rendered, with very shiny, very tight costume. And if you look very closely, you will see the artist's signature in the webbing over here. It's like a secret hidden message. You can hardly notice it. Oh, if you look really hard also, you might notice Spider-Man back here. And he's definitely noticing something else. Number 9, Miss Fury number 4, from Dynamite in 2013. This is cover B by Joe Benitez and Vinicius Andrade. Miss Fury is a character that's been around since the 1940s, created by Tarpe Mills. She's been rebooted a few different times, and in this 2013 series, she was brought back sexier than ever. So this cover features Miss Fury slinking towards you and giving herself permanent back damage. But it's all in the service to show you a glorious booty. So here's another strong female character in a super tight black spandex. She's got a nice little cape and she can kick your ass. That is, if she can pick herself up from the floor after these contortions. Number 8, Gen 13, number 5, from Image Comics in 1994. The cover is by J. Scott Campbell. The cover features the Gen 13 crew, Lynch, Grunge, etc. But what really stands out, and the main star of this cover, of course, is Caitlin Fairchild's ass. The G in Gen 13 might as well stand for gratuitous, because every single cover is some form of superhero fantasy with super revealing clothing, either skin tight, topless, or pretty much bottomless. The series went on to a second volume and ran for many issues, each one very titillating and action-packed. Number 7, Darker Image, number 1, from Image Comics in 1993. The cover is by Sam Keith and features his signature creation, the Max. We've also got some other forgettable characters like Blood Wolf and Deadblow. Plus Julie, who is part of the Max mythology. This is clearly an homage to the Frank Frazetta style of damsel swooning over the hero. With a little twist, of course. Julie, a modern gal in a classic dress. This is the first appearance of the Max. Later he went on to his own series and starred in several issues of that, along with Julie. But her first memorable appearance, in all her glory, is in Darker Image number 1. It also came with a card, polybagged. Number 6. Furrlough number 141 by Radio Comix in 2004. Now, furries get a bad rap in that it's all about sex. It's all about yiffing. They don't always deserve that bad rap. Of course, there are many great furry titles out there that are serious and well-drawn and about various topics, but it doesn't help the cause when the number one feature of a cover like this, the standard bearer in furry comics, features Lady Megaera in her very revealing battle gear, which won't protect her worth a damn in a fight. But you may be too distracted to know that you're going to get your head chopped off by this powerful furry demon character. The testament to how popular Furrlough is that it reached triple digits, where many comics fail in the single or doubles. Number 5. Voodoo number 3 by Wildstorm, a division of Image Comics in 1998. Cracking the top 5, we've gone from gratuitous to over the top, because here we have Voodoo on the cover, basically completely nude, but with a strategically placed robe kind of floating around. The cover is by Adam Hughes, who at this point perhaps hadn't quite developed the signature Adam Hughes style that we would all come to know and love. Story by Alan Moore, but yeah, whatever. The focus, of course, of this cover is the incredibly curvy, sensual Voodoo as she does some snake handling. Anyway, again, the style is sort of an Art Nouveau concept. There's Adam Hughes' signature, and you can easily see why you may be caught in Voodoo's spell. Does this have anything to do with the contents of the book? Of course not. Number 4. WeaponX number 11 by Marvel Comics in 2003. The cover features Meltdown and was put together by a variety of artists: Genty, Vines, Elmer, and colored by Tom Chu's Color Dojo. So if you can pull your eyes away from the most obvious aspects of this cover, you will see that the perfectly rendered tones give a realism, and you can see the very accurate specular highlights in the Callipygian orbs that dominate this cover. She's telling you, shh, don't tell people you own this cover. Number 3. Aphrodite IX. Aphrodite IX. Number 0 from Wizard Comics /Top Cow /Image in the year 2000. Who would have known that when we reached the year 2000, we would be able to prominently display a big old booty on the cover of a quote-unquote kids comic. The cover is by Finch, Weems, and Liquid. Sorry, that's Liquid, as you can see here from the exclamation point in his signature. You can tell it's the early 2000s because there's a lot of technology in the background. Initialize sequence, zoom 90%, bioroid. It's very high tech with a very high skirt with no ambiguity as to why you should buy this cover. Number 2, Homage Studios Swimsuit Special number 1 by Image Comics in 1993. At a certain point in time, comic publishers decided, F it, let's just do a swimsuit book. No plot, no worries. The cover is by Jim Lee and features Voodoo, making another comeback in this list. This Jim Lee style is a little different. It doesn't have the clearly defined edges that we often see in his work, with a little bit more of an organic style, with a very wet and perhaps pensive Voodoo. I'd be pensive too if I was showing that much cheek. The contents of the book are pretty much what you would expect. Cheesecake, cheesecake, cheesecake. At least there's also some of the male characters in skimpy outfits. Before we get to our number one most gratuitous butt on a comic book cover, here's some honorable mentions. And now, the number one most gratuitous butt on a comic book cover, Spider-Man number 8, from Marvel Comics in 1991. Todd McFarlane was given a lot of leeway when he inherited a brand new Spider-Man series. The superstar artist over at Marvel created a lot of interesting stories in this new Spider-Man spin-off. And by number 8, he was also dabbling in booty shots. As you can see here, they don't call him Spectacular Spider-Man for nothing. So this has been VM Campos counting down the top 10 most gratuitous butts on a comic book cover. Did I miss any? Leave a comment. And see you next time.